Hello YouTubers, Brad CTV here. We are doing a movie review, and that review is Exodus, Gods and Kings. Okay, I was really excited when this movie came out. I'm like, yes, this is going to be awesome. I looked at the trailer looked perfect, but Noah looked perfect. And when Noah came out, Noah could have made an easy $50 off me. I would have went to the movies, I would have bought the Bluray, but what did you make? You made $1. Because I rented it on Redbox once I found out that it was not following the biblical story. Now, I cut you some slack, though, because look, Noah, the flood story, there's over 200 versions. Every culture and civilization in the world has their own flood story. Why? Not because Christians somehow copied it from the Babylonians, no, because when Noah and his 3 sons got off the ark, the 3 sons went their separate ways, they multiplied the earth, and what do you think they passed down? They weren't keeping a tight lid on the stories of, the flood, the Garden of Eden, so obviously we have these in all of our cultures. So they came out with the movie Noah, great acting, great special effects, but they basically kind of culminated all the little different Noah stories into this one, so I cut them some slack. But it could have been so much better. Ridiculously better. You'd have thought, well, okay, Hollywood will learn its lesson. We got Moses, probably the greatest story in the Bible. Could have been awesome. You got Christian Bale. Hello, Batman. And that's his worst movie. I mean, this guy's awesome. Okay, problem is, from what I know, and hey, I could be way off here, don't hold me to this, but everything I've seen online says that this movie is not biblical as far as the miracles. They basically, as all atheists do, they want to say that the miracles, all the 10 plagues, something just happened that made it look like it was, God. And also the Red Sea doesn't even part. There's an earthquake just happened to happen whenever Moses and the Israelites came to the Red Sea. It just happened to the earthquake, and it wasn't a parting, it was a pulling away and a rushing back of the Red Sea. And just, they make God to be supposedly, I've never seen it, but what everybody's saying, this 11-year-old child plays God, he's real malevolent, he's real, basically evil, vindictive, the evil God of the Old Testament. And it's just typical, evolutionary thinking. Hey, there's a chance it could have happened like that. That's probably what happened. Now, what are you guys going to get from me? First of all, the most you'll get from me is $1. When this comes out on Redbox, you'll get $1. Could have made a lot more. You could have made $20 for me and my wife going to see it. Another $20 when the Blu-ray came out, and I wouldn't have been able to contain myself. As soon as it came out, I'd wanted it. You'd made another probably $20 from the people that I told about the movie, how awesome it was. I mean, unbelievable money left on the table. Now, the reason for this video was not to do a review on this, okay? The real reason is, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, why in the world would these movie executives leave that kind of money on the table? Well, let me clear something up for you. Atheists are just as passionate about their view of the Bible as we Christians are. Now think about it. You Christians out there, if you were making a movie on Noah and somebody came to you and they said, look, you're leaving money on the table. If we just make this thing, secular and make all the miracles look like it, they just happened environmentally, and we make this thing, real environmental, you can make a ton of money. The Christian would be like, no, I don't care how much money I could make. I'm not looking to capitalize on that. I mean, sure, I want to make money, but we want the Bible view to come out. Well, it's exactly what the atheists are doing. What do you think they're doing here? I mean, they're passionate about their side of things. So, just for some of you out there that are trying to wrap your brain about this, like, why in the world would these people do that? Why would they spit in the face of, all the Muslims, Christians, and Jews just to do it their way? Well, because they're just as passionate as you and I are about their view. So, my suggestion is, don't even give them the $1. Now, no promises here, because I'm a real movie buff. I love Christian Bale. I love anything to do with Noah, even though it's probably going to be completely ridiculous. They may get my $1. But I guarantee you, that is all you'll get. $1. Now, some other comments that you may have heard, supposedly Christian Bale, and it's just things I've seen online, don't hold me to it, but they're saying that he's basically thinks of Moses when asked about how, he thinks of Moses. Moses is kind of a barbaric, basically kind of a, I don't know if he said the word psychopath, but I know he said barbaric, and I know he said that he would probably be considered like a terrorist, during our times. So, wow, Moses sounds like a really nice guy. Oh, and supposedly, I guess, Moses just happens to get a head injury before he hears the burning bush talking to him. So all these things in there, again, it's just don't be alarmed by it. It's not Hollywood going insane. They're not trying to make the most money they can on this. They don't care about that. Just remember that. It's not that they didn't think it would be entertaining enough. It's because they got their view. And their view is very passionate to them. They fully believe that everything just happens by chance. There's always a chance. Okay, if you're new to the channel, bradctv.com, and I also have free tutorials on there. I'm Brad C. Jack of all tricks. I'm not the master of anything, but I teach ball spinning, juggling, card throwing, magic. I've got the current world record for throwing an ordinary playing card from half court and making a basket.